All right. We've now been joined by our race winner, driver of the number 19 Sirius XM Toyota, Martin Truex Jr., who is no stranger to victory lane at Dover. Now having 3 wins at the Monster Mile, but today's your first day to take home the gold monster. So congratulations on that win. You now have one of the few drivers to have 2 different monsters in your trophy case. So just talk to us a little bit about that win and taking home that gold trophy.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty special day. That definitely seen the trophy in the drivers' meeting yesterday and was like, oh, that thing's pretty awesome. You know, I've got some other monster trophies, you know, from Xfinity Series and a couple cup wins here, but that gold one's special. So pretty awesome to win on the 50th anniversary of Dover International, and you know, just a big day for our team, honestly. You know, to have to start in the rear of the field at a track that's really difficult to pass at. And be able to work our way up to the front all day long, and then at the end just kind of dominate. It was pretty awesome. So really happy for everybody on our team, for Sirius XM coming on and for 2 races, and taking them to victory lane is cool, and just everybody's doing a great job. So hopefully we can keep this up.
All right, we'll now go for questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you, and we'll start up front.
Noah Lewis, GSJ Sports. First of all, Martin, congratulations.
Thank you.
We heard your teammate Kyle Busch talking about how he thought that maybe Joe Gibbs Racing was off a little bit as a whole this weekend. Did you ever have any concern going into the race, or did you know that you guys were going to be pretty good?
No, honestly, I felt pretty good after practice that we had, a good car, and if we could make the right adjustments for the race, we could be a contender. And then, you know, once the race started, it was like, okay, we got something here. And, you know, from there it was just, all right, how do we keep up with the racetrack, and how do we get towards the front? Just how do we get that track position? So we just fought hard all day long, and, you know, guys in the pits did a good job and just kept chipping away at it. And once we got up front, it was car was just pretty badass, to be honest with you. So a lot of fun out there today, and the team did an awesome job.
All right, go ahead.
Davey Siegel, front stretch. This one's a 2-parter. First off, what's up with you and Dover on Mondays?
2 for 2, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I need to figure out how to get Sunday races canceled. I don't know. But I actually won an Xfinity race here on a Monday too. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to lobby for all Dover races to be on Mondays, I guess.
I guess so. And the second part is, it seems like these last couple weeks you guys have really hit your stride as a team and kind of worked out the kinks of transferring over to JGR. Do you feel like you guys are kind of at your peak right now at hitting your stride in the season?
Well, I think we're getting there. You know, I don't think you ever want to really peak. You want to always be finding things, you know, to be better. And you know, for us, I think it's just been little details we're doing better. Pit road has been a big deal. You know, we had some trouble earlier in the year, and you know, we were still able to get a couple second place finishes. I feel like speed-wise, we've been there all year long. We just haven't been able to show it because of some little things here and there. You know, we ran second in Atlanta. I felt like we had the best car there, and second in Phoenix, and we were probably not the best car there. We were, you know, pretty good, but we've had some really strong race cars at a lot of racetracks, and for a lot of reasons we haven't really been able to show it, or we've kind of been, you know, having issues that have set us back, and so it's been tough. But the last couple of weeks, I just feel like it's execution. You know, we're doing all the little things right, and the pit crew is doing an amazing job and getting us track position and keeping it when we have it, and our cars are fast. So, yeah, hopefully we can just continue to do this. You know, I mean, it's a lot of fun to come out here and win races, and you know, this was a really fun weekend. It was a challenging weekend for sure, and those are the kind you like to come out on top of.
All right, Tim, go ahead.
Thank you.
Martin, Tim Califano, WRSU Sports. I just was curious. I know Kyle Busch after the race had some comments about the rules package and about how the racing, so to speak, was at Dover this weekend. You came from the back to the front. What was your assessment? I know there were some drivers that were complaining it was hard to pass. What was your honest assessment of how, whether or not it was hard to pass or how the rules package stood up this weekend in Dover?
Well, it was definitely really hard to pass. I mean, there's no question about that. You know, I got stuck behind lap cars multiple times, and if they decide to, you know, if you're running the bottom and they're running a lane up, you're good. If they decide to just cut to the bottom in front of you and shut your air off, you're about driving the fence off the corner. I mean, it's tough. But at the end of the day, we all had to deal with the same thing, and obviously we dealt with it better than everybody else, which is coming into the weekend. That was our goal. I mean, we know it's going to be tough. You know, starting in the back is going to suck, but that's what we got to deal with. So how do we deal with it the best we can? And that's just that was, you know, how we set up for the race, and that's how we approached it. You know, coming into today, how do we make our car try to be good in traffic? And we worked on that a little bit in practice. We worked on it some more after practice before the race. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was hard as hell. I mean, on the last run, I come out behind the one car came out in front of me on new tires. You know, two lap fresher tires than I had after the last green flag stop. And I had to follow him for 25 laps. I was just stuck. I was faster than him, but I wasn't fast enough to pass him, you know, so it's difficult for sure. You know, but with that said, at the end of the day, it's all about the fans and what do they think? Was the race good? I don't know. You know, I thought it looked pretty good, but what do the fans think? What does NASCAR think? What do the owners think? They're the three people that make all the decisions. We just drive them. So, yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. But, you know, like I said, I'm proud that we did a better job than everybody else.
All right, go ahead.
Ellen Haro, USA Today. Martin, I know Dover's considered one of your home tracks. Is it extra special to win on tracks that you do feel the personal connection with?
It is, yeah. I mean, I think it definitely is because this track is a big part of the reason I got to where I'm at. You know, without tracks like this in Loudon, you know, Watkins Glen, I would never been noticed. You know, I would have never had the opportunity to put myself in position, you know, in the spotlight with some of the higher up drivers back in the day. So, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely special. You know, I've been coming here a long time. I ran the Busch North Series here, ran the Busch Series here. The Busch North Series especially is really the reason, you know, that I got where I'm at. And racing on tracks like this in those cars is what prepared me to move up to the next level. So that's what makes it special for me. It's just remembering where I came from. It's a reminder of that, honestly. And, you know, for that reason, it makes it really special to win at tracks like this.
Do we have any questions upstairs in the press box?
Thank y'all. Appreciate
Any
it.
questions?
Thank
One
you.
last question, Martin, before we let you
Oh.
go. You mentioned just how tough, you know, today was as far as from starting at the rear. And you're with a new team this year. Just talk a little bit about the mental toughness that your team, we know the 78 team had a lot of mental toughness. It seems like this team is coming together with very much of the same attitude. You know, how important is that as we hit this summer stretch?
Thanks. I think it's really important. I think it's a credit to our leadership. You know, it starts at the top, and it's all about people. Coach is a great leader. Cole's a great leader, and I try to kind of play off of them. So I think Cole and I both do a good job of setting the tone for our team, and we just have an awesome group of guys that are fired up and excited to be where they're at and working together, working on this race car, and they know what we're all capable of together. So that's what it takes, and hopefully we can continue to deliver.
All right. Congratulations on
Thank
this
you.
win.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you spending some time with us.
Thanks, guys.